Okay, I think you are from different departments, but all of you are from the science departments, right? So we would start with verbs and tenses. Now, my first question is you can raise your hands also, and you can go to your chat box as well when I'm asking you this question. Now, verb is a part of speech. You know about the parts of speech, right? So, what verb is one of them. My question is why is verb the most important part of speech? Or if I rephrase my question, I would ask you how verb is different from other part of speech. Of course, the function of the verb is different, but why is that? Okay, so you can go to your chat boxes for that, and then you can even raise your hands. You can see that in this software of Teams, you have a hand raise also. There is an icon on the top. I don't know how is it visible to you, but there is one, right? So you can raise your hands and I can ask you the question. Okay, and I can put this question in your chat also. So my question is, why is verb an important part of speech? Or in other words, how is verb different from other parts of speech? Okay, who is answering me? Please raise your hands. You can raise your hands. You can answer me in the chat. Whatever is convenient for you. Okay. Can Amna Salim answer this question? Okay. Also, I want to make it clear that by this question, I do not want you to tell me the definition of verb. Okay. We already know the definition of verb. Verb is doing work or doing an action. Okay. An action shows verb. So that we know. That far we know. Okay, Maria Shah, you're giving us a general answer, but I'm interested in, reflect on your previous or prior knowledge about part of speech. Okay, parts of speech. So come on, guys, quickly so that we can move forward. That's a very simple one, I believe. Okay, can we have Ayman Noor, Amna Salim? Anyone can answer. Risha Iman. I actually do not know you by faces, and of course we are new to each other. That's my first class with you. Oh, that's a nicer answer. This girl is, I think this is Sarah, and she says something really relevant. Because it is important because a sentence, even a phrase, sentence is a bigger thing. Even a phrase cannot exist without a verb. Okay, we can have a phrase and we can have a meaningful phrase without using any other part of speech. For instance, if I say come, drink, sit, right? All of these are verbs, right? And they give you complete meaning. If I tell you to come, you will come. If I tell you to go, you will go. Okay? By just saying these action words, which are verbs, the action would be completed. Okay? So this is the reason that no other part of speech can stand alone, but this is the quality or the characteristic or a differentiating thing about verb, that it can stand alone in particular situations. Okay, जिनको हम कहते हैं imperatives. Okay, and imperatives, when you are requesting or when you are ordering, you can just make use of verb without, connecting it to any other part speech. Okay, so also, this girl is right. I cannot, yeah, Arisha Iman is telling us something more about it. Other than this, verb is important because it gives you a sense of time and tense, which no other part of speech give. Okay, it is about the verbs that give you a sense of time and tense, right? There's a difference between time and tense, but that's not our scope of lecture today. But if you are interested, we can also refer to the differences between tenses and tense and time, right? But for now, let's take tense and time as interchangeable. Okay. Now the third thing, having said that, it gives you sense of time and tense. The verb is the only part of speech that can change its form, okay, according to the time that is being referred to. For instance, we have a verb buy, okay, so we can change it to bought, right? Go becomes went, and when becomes gone. So this is not the case with the rest of the part of speech, right? Nouns do not change. A table remains a table whether it exists today, tomorrow, yesterday, whenever. Okay? The prepositions to, in, out, they remain the same. They give only one sense of place or of placement, right? Similar is the case with adjectives. For instance, beautiful remains beautiful. The word remains beautiful today, tomorrow, yesterday, next year, all of that. So those words are which refer to other parts of speech do not change except for the verb. Okay? So is it clear why verb is more important than the rest of the part speeches, and how do we differentiate verb from the rest of the parts of speech? Is it clear? That's nice. Because Sarah says it's clear, so I hope it is clear for the rest of you if your name is not even Sarah, right? So we can move forward. That's nice. Okay. Um, and one more thing, do you want me to continue in complete English? Is it okay? Am I really understandable? My language, my accent, everything. I don't know what went wrong. The meeting was on a hold. Anyway, now let's get to your book. I hope everyone has this book because Madam Khizra told me she is teaching from this book, right? So let's start with the very basic ones about the definition. I told you that, definitions are quite common. We have been doing it in the schools as well, right? So let's get to the definition very quickly. Okay, one more thing is I'll be reading these verbs for you. If you do not know the meaning or the pronunciation you will know when I'm reading those out. But if you do not know the meaning of any of these words, you may raise your hand and we can I can answer you, right? But today's topic, we'll of course read this first paragraph, but today's main topic, what we would be focusing on, is subject verb agreement. Okay. Um, some people are saying something. Okay, fine. So we know that, action is the verb. Okay, and they can be called as action verb, but verbs basically refer to those words which show some action or which show some work being done. All of that, those are verbs, right? So the commonest verbs, drink, eat, and these are the first form of verbs. Okay. I hope you have an understanding of first form and second form and third form, present tense and past participle, right? I'm just assuming because these are usually the part of matriculation syllabus also, and sometimes we do those in college also. But if you haven't done that, we can do that again as well. Okay, so let me read these for you. These are the simplest of the verbs: drink, eat, laugh, look, shout, run, jump, walk, sit, swim, throw, catch, fall, climb, dance. Okay, fine. Um, Now, what we are going to do is one thing is I can only assume that you know the forms of these verbs, the other forms of these verbs, like the second one and the third one. Um, so I would like you to quickly go to your chat and write down the past tense of these verbs, just to show that these can be changed. They have forms. Quickly go to your chat box, and I would like you to write down the second form of catch, fall, throw, sit, and ran. Quickly write down the second form of fall, catch, throw. Okay, that's nice. Catch is caught. Okay, nice, 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 nice. So people who do not know, it's all correct. Okay, fell, caught, ran, threw, all of that. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, moving on to subject verb agreement. Okay, guys, first activity done. We are moving towards the main thing for today, the main topic, subject and verb agreement. Now, this is very important, and I call it important because I have seen even professional teachers making a mistake while they are writing down a sentence where there is a need of subject and verb agreement. Now, what is this subject verb agreement? A subject refers to the doer of the work or the verb, okay? And subject is usually a noun. And the third thing about subject is subject comes before the verb. Okay. So, what we need to know before we move on to subject verb agreement is that subject is a noun and subject is defined as the doer of the work or the verb, and subject comes before the verb, right? And verb, we know that that's an action. Now, what is the subject verb agreement? Subject verb agreement refers to the correctness of singularity or plurality between the subject and the verb. Let me explain it further. If the subject is singular, you add an S with a verb. Okay. For the singular subject, you have the plural verb. For instance, look at the first verb, drink. So if the subject is singular, for instance, she drinks, you add an S. to drinks. But when the subject is plural, for instance, they drink. Okay. So with a plural subject, there is a singular verb, and with a singular subject, there's a plural verb by adding an S, right? This is called as the subject verb agreement, right? So in this way, the subject and the verb should match each other. And this matching is called as the agreement. And what kind of agreement it is? It is about the singularity and plurality of subject and verb. Okay. um, I hope it is clear till this point. Okay, I'm repeating it. We are talking about subject verb agreement. Now let's talk about these three words separately. Subject is the doer of the verb, someone who does the work. Okay? If I say you drink water, so you are the subject because you have done certain action or you have done certain work or verb. What you have done, you have drunk, right? So you are the subject, doer of the action, and what have you done? You have drunk. That is, you have drink. I mean, uh, you have drunk as a matter of tense. So you are doing something. So that happens to be the verb. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is, what kind of agreement is this? When we refer to this agreement, this is a match. The subject should match the verb. And how does it match the verb? Through singularity or plurality of the subject, right? If the subject is singular, for instance, she drinks. Okay. And this agreement, more importantly, is only used in the present tense. Okay. uh, she drinks, singular subject, and you add an s to the verb drinks. She eats, he walks. Okay. um, he throws, right? So the point is that, subject verb agreement is related to the first form of the verb only. Otherwise, the second form is just the same. She drank, they drank, we drank, I drank. Okay. So second form, third form is just the same for all kinds of subjects. But when we talk about subject verb agreement, we are talking about the first form of verb and singularity and the plurality of the subject. With a singular subject, we don't use an s, and with a plural subject, we do. Okay. With plural subject, the s is not there, and with the singular subject, s is there. Yes, she and he are third person singular. That's right. So we are talking about, we would be talking about persons also, like first person singular and second person singular plural and third person singular plural. I cannot use the board here, otherwise it would have been even clearer. I is also singular. Huh. That's a different case. See, I happens to be singular, uh, but we do not use an s. That's a different case. But other than that, for third person singulars, usually, all the time, we use a plural verb. We would be doing an exercise, and things would be clearer to you. Okay, there are exercises in the book that we would be referring to. For now, uh, let's see how does it work. Okay, I'm still on the same page. This is page 52, and yeah, we can put e and es. You are right. Who's this? We are looking at the cases. Huh. Sarah, this is what I'm telling you. There are certain exceptions also, because English is a little, it goes by the rules. Of course it has grammatical rules, but sometimes the rules are a bit different, right? And we can put both s and es according to the spellings. We are going to talk about that also with the examples, right? So I'm here. It says the same. Use a singular verb if the subject is singular noun. For example, the subjects my dad or our school or any of the pronouns he, she, it require singular verb. You can call it singular verb, but you add an s. So for your understanding, it has to be a plural by adding an s. Most singular verbs end in s. Looks at the subject and their verbs. For instance, he s drinks, singular, and you use an s with that. Okay. She is singular, eats bananas for the breakfast. Mom walks, s. My sister, this is one sister. Okay. Dances, s. The baby, one baby, falls. She tries, tries. Our cat, one cat, climbs with an s. The tree in our garden. Okay. Now, what do you do with the spellings? How do you convert them? Now, many a times you just add an s and it becomes um, suitable for singular subjects. Okay. For example, play, just an s. Draws, reads, sings, paints, rains, shines, blows, travels, writes, thinks, talks, smiles, stops, starts, right? All of these. You just have to add an S. Okay. Do you know the meaning of all of these? Please let me know if you have any difficulty in the vocabulary. I have pronounced it, so you would not have a difficulty in pronunciation. You can correct that if you did not know previously. But let me know if you do not know the meaning of any of these verbs before we move forward to the next page. I think these are simple. Okay, who is making a sentence of blow? Okay, make a sentence of blow quickly so that I know you know the meanings. Okay, make a sentence of blow in order to make the meaning clear very, very quickly. Quickly, quickly. Okay, the wind is blowing. That's nice. So you know the meaning. Okay, you blow the candles. On your birthdays, you blow the candles. This is how blow is. That's nice. Got it. Okay. Now, what we are trying to do is we are trying to see that every verb cannot have an S to become suitable or to be in agreement with singular subjects. Sometimes you have to use an ES. Where do you use an ES? If the word ends in SH, CH, double S, X, double Z, or O. Okay. For example, now you do not uh, subtract any of the alphabets here, right? You only add an ES with the verbs that end in SH, CH, SS, AX. Okay. There might be exceptions to the rule, but this is what the general rule about making things, words, plural. Okay. Brushes. By the way, this is a noun also, brush and brushes, but here it's a verb. Rushes, polishes, crashes, washes, watches, reaches, teaches, catches, touches, kisses, misses, passes, presses, dresses, fixes, mixes. buzzes, does, and goes. Now, see, you might be thinking that there are so many words that are nouns. Okay, for instance, watch. The plural of watch is watches. Brush is uh, a noun, brushes. Dress is a noun, dresses. Okay, other than making these plural verbs, plural nouns are also with the same spellings. Now, what I would like you to do is use dress as a noun and use dress as a verb, and more importantly, make use of this word dresses. Okay, dresses as a noun, dresses as a verb. Quickly make a sentence of dresses as a noun, dresses as a verb. Okay, most of you believe that it's the wind that blows and nothing else blows, but there are so many things that can blow. She has a beautiful dress. She dresses well. That's wonderful. Sarah, I would like to meet you when we are on campus, okay? You are really active. The rest of you are also active. I would like to see you all also. But Sarah is a bit quick. Okay, who else? Make a sentence of dress as a noun and dress as a verb. Very, very quickly. We just get two more and then we can. I got a couple of dresses. He bought a dress for her. If this is Emina D'Souza, you have used it both as a noun. There is no verb. The dresses she like are very expensive. This is a noun again, Farwa. Only Sarah has made the correct sentence by using dresses as a verb. Come on, use dresses as a verb. Today's topic is a verb, okay? I'm just telling you that these are words that can be used as noun also. She dresses carefully, okay, in one of her beautiful dresses for the party every year. That's nice. Who's this? Myra. Myra Imran, you are right. Okay, Faryal is okay. Nice, nice. Okay, so you have got an idea that there can be words and their plurals that can be used as nouns and verbs. Okay. Okay. Yeah, now D'Souza is right. And I hope you're not using the AIs, right? She has. Amara, this is a wrong subject verb agreement. We do not use have with she. This is the topic for today. We use singular. She has. Okay. They have. He has. It has. We have. I have. All of that. Okay. That's nice. I trust you guys. D'Souza, I trust you. Okay. Now let's move to some more spellings here where you can read this on your own. She always brushes her teeth. Dad polishes. All of these are singular, by the way. TK, she is singular. Third person. Dad. My brother, singular. Watches television. Kim catches. Dad mixes. The bee buzzes. My friend Sanjay goes. Okay, yes, all of that. So you can read these. Now notice two things. One is all the subjects are singular. Okay, all the verbs are in the first form, and all the verbs are plural in the sense that you have added es in order to make them plural, because this is how the spelling rule goes in English. Okay, now let's come here. Another rule for spellings: when the verb end in y, right? You remove the y, and instead of y, you use I, E, S. For instance, carry, remove y, use IES. Cry, CRIES. Studies, similarly, hurries, flies, worries, copies, marries, bullies. Okay. Do you know the meaning of all the words? I hope so. And I would like you to quickly go to your chat boxes and make a sentence of bullies. Okay, bullies. Quickly make a sentence of bullies. Oh, that's nice. I hope, Sarah, you don't do it, but you have made a correct sentence. Oh my God, so many bullies in your department. Okay, by the way, bullies can also be used as a verb, and it can be a noun also. That's nice. Myra's sentence is nice. She stood up to the bullies. Okay, so you know the meaning. Good. So here, all of them, we call them third person singular, right? She copies all the question in her notebook. Alice tries hard at school. The plane flies to the island every day. Mr. Chen hurries. A cat carries all of that. Okay. Uh, some verbs end in Y but have a vowel before the Y. I hope you know about the vowel sounds. There are two kinds of sounds. In English linguistics, we study these vowels and consonants in detail. Okay. And by the way, I would like to make this very, very clear that there are not five vowels. Okay. In school, we learn about some of the alphabets that are vowel. But vowels are basically consonants and vowels are basically sounds. Okay. Uh, and there are more vowels, just not five vowels. And when we say the words, they have vowel, we mean sounds. Okay. We work with phonemes. Phonemes are sounds. We don't work with the alphabets. Okay. Uh, Acha, we are done with bullies, guys. The activity is over. Okay, we have moved on. I'm talking about sounds. Now, vowel and consonants are sounds in English, right? They are not alphabets. Okay, so for instance, when we say um, an honest person, we don't say a honest person, right? Why? Because H is silent and honest. It starts with a vowel, honest, a sound. A is a vowel sound, right? Her is not a vowel sound. That's why it's not honest. It's honest. A sound. A is a vowel sound. That's why we say he is an honest person. Do you get it? Right? So, what I'm trying to tell you is vowels are not alphabets. And honorable, that's nice. Sarah is giving a good example. See, we do not go by the alphabets, we go by the sounds, right? And these sounds are called as phonemes. We have a whole subject in the English department by phonetics and phonology, where we study all of this. But for you at this level, I just want to clarify, if you have been taught that there are five vowel sounds and vowels are indicated by alphabets, that's not right. Vowels are sound and these are called as phonemes, right? Now, as far as the spelling rule is concerned, some verbs end in Y, have a vowel sound before the Y, right? So we just add an S to it. We do not remove y and write down ies as we have seen previously. Some of the examples are here: buys, pays, says, annoys, praise, stays. Okay. Okay, go to your chat boxes and tell me the meaning of annoy quickly. What do you mean by annoy? Yeah, Faryal, you're right. An hour. Okay, because H is silent here. Okay, to tease someone, that's right, right. Irritating someone, teasing someone, disturbing someone, all of that. Right. So you have a good vocabulary, guys. That's nice. Okay. Here also you will observe that all of these are singular, third person singular, and that's why you are using an S with them. And these are the first forms. Okay. Mom buys, Mr. Carter pays, my friend says, Mr. Carter pays all his bills with a credit card. I hope there is no difficulty in the spellings or the meanings of these words. She annoys me with her silly jokes. Anna stays with her aunt on weekends. That's it. Now, here comes a different set of subjects. Now, how does it change? Because it changes with the plural. Mom and dad become two, so they become a plural. We do not use an S when we are using plural subjects, both of these. Subject doesn't mean that it has to be just one word, okay? Subject is basically a noun phrase. It's completely a phrase, okay? Mom and dad, two people, love us. No S here. My sisters, two people, two sisters, or maybe more sisters. Listen, so no S here. The stars, more than one star, it shine. Otherwise, a star shines, the star shine brightly on a clear night. Some people, it is definitely more than one person, drink tea. Okay. I like juicy hamburgers. Now, this is a little different. This is first person singular. Okay. And then we have first person plural as we, our, but we do not use an S here. We learn, we like, I learn, all of this comes without an S. You all know. You is the second person singular as well as second person plural. Okay, because we do not know how many people are included in you. But even if I'm referring directly to one person, calling it you, you bring me a glass of water. So you all know that still is a plural. They always walk. See, now what I am trying to tell you is all of these subjects here that you are seeing right now are plural. Okay, you can test them by, or you can practice by, making it singular. For instance, mom loves us, my sister listens, a star shines, or the star shines. Okay, one person, this person drinks, she likes, he learns. You can replace you with a name, knows, and they she always walks home, all of that. So what you are seeing here, these are plurals, therefore you do not use an S with the verb, right? Now let's talk about collective nouns. Collective nouns as subject. Collective nouns refers to a group of people. Okay, for instance, the audience, right? Now the preferable verb for the audience is singular. The audience was, the class is, or the class was. So these are collective nouns but act as singular. You can use them as plural also, but usually it doesn't happen that way. That doesn't sound right sometimes, but it might be right, but it doesn't sound right. Like the class has, not have. The band is performing, the band not are performing. Okay. So usually there these are used as plurals also, but this is a rare case. Usually the collective nouns, what are collective nouns? A group of people, like you as a class is a group of people, but you act as a singular subject and s gets added to the verb that you are being referred to. Okay, some people are saying something. Okay guys, so now quickly move to page number 56, exercise 1 and 2, and I am giving you like 2 minutes to do these exercises quickly. 2 minutes में exercise करनी है दोनों, first B and second B. In the first one you only have to underline the verbs, okay, and I would like you to underline the subject also in order to check whether they have a subject verb agreement. And in the next one, again you will be practicing uh, according to the singularity or plurality of the subject. Okay. Well, let me check what people are saying. Huh, the group was playing cricket. That's nice. Arisha, what have you written? Who is getting murdered? Arisha is angry. She perhaps wants to kill someone. Okay, guys, the activity for the next 2 minutes is exercise 1 and 2. When you are done, please raise your hands or let me know that you are done quickly. Really? Are they called as murder? That's an information for me, Arisha. Thank you. I thought you are not in a good mood today. Okay, guys, when you are done with exercise 1 and 2, we are going to do it together also. But right now, I would like you to do the exercise, these exercise on your own. Page number beta 56. This is page number 56. Okay, there are two exercises. Exercise 1, read the following sentences, underline the verb in each sentence, and then there is another exercise, fill in the blank spaces with the third person singular form of verb in parentheses. Okay, are you done? Can we do it together? Because the session is on recording, so the session should not be silent at any time. Okay. D'Souza is done. That's nice. You're the first one. Where is Sarah and where is Arisha and the rest of you? Maria and Myra and Hamna Baloch is very much quiet today. Anchal and Sanya. Oh, that's nice. Done. Good. So let's do it together. Uh, you may check if you have done this correctly or not. Okay, we are here, guys. Nice. Sahar is done. Laiba is done. Kaniz is done. That's nice. Wonderful, guys. Just check back if you have done this correctly. Okay. Shama, Maria, Khizra. Nice people. Good. Pressed. Enough. Let's do it together now. Otherwise, it'll be ting ting. Okay. Now, exercise one, read the following sentences, underline the verb in each sentence. Okay. Now, the exercise is only about underlining the verb, but since we have done subject verb agreement, so we are going to check what is the subject, whether it's a plural or it's a singular, and if the verb is in agreement. Okay. The first one, we live in an apartment on the boulevard. Also, students, if you do not know the meaning of any word, please ask. Okay. So, with the assumption that you know, uh, I'm reading these out. Okay. Here, live is the verb and we is the plural subject. So, we do not use an S here, right? Some children. Children is a plural, so we don't use an S with learn. Learn is the verb here. We go for swimming lessons on Sunday. Now, swimming is not the verb, please, right? Swimming is not the verb here. Go is the verb here, and it has to match with we go, right? So, no ES. I like, no S here because I is the subject. Babies, plural, sometimes sleep. This is the verb here, not sometimes, okay? Any word that comes right after the subject is not a verb. It can be an adverb also. So the exercise is about finding the verb. So this sleep is the verb and babies is the subject here. Lots of messages. Why is there? Let me see the messages. Okay. Nice. You've done the whole exercise, Sarah. Okay. So babies and sleep is the verb here. My dad buys. Dad is the subject. My dad is the subject and buys because it's singular. A newspaper every morning. These dolls, plural, therefore no S with belongs. Belong is the verb here. Underline belong as the verb. I often walk. Now, often here is not the verb, walk is the verb. Okay. I is the subject and walk is the verb here. So, we don't have an S. My sister, this is a subject. Plays, this is a verb. Okay, the verb is plural because this is singular. Sarah sometimes reads. Underline reads. This is the verb here and it has to be in agreement with Sarah. Sarah and S in bed at night. Fine. Now, let's very quickly do this exercise 2. Fill in the blank spaces with the third person singular forms of the verbs in parentheses. Singular, all of these subjects are singular, so we will have these verbs S. Ali looks sad today. Sumiko speaks. Keep adding an S where it is singular, and I think all of these are singular. Mr. Kins comes to school on his motorbike. My neighbor's dog, this is one dog, barks very loudly. My little brother always brushes his teeth properly. Why is there so much sound of the in the chat? What are you doing, people? Yeah, guys, we're done. We are doing it together. Okay? We're doing it together. If you've done it correctly, that's very nice. If you have not done it, you have committed some mistakes. Please correct yourself. Okay. My little brother always brushes his teeth properly. Dad is so tall that his head almost touches the ceiling. Our dog catches the ball in his teeth. Mom mixes vinegar and oil to make salad dressing. Sally tries not to disturb her brother when he's reading. Dad buys his newspaper from the store on the corner. Her music annoys me when I'm doing my homework. Okay. So, right. The next topic is transitive and intransitive verbs. I am giving you a bit of a homework. Please read about transitive and intransitive verbs, okay? And try to do exercise 3. When we meet next time, we will just have a quick recap of today's lecture, and then I'll ask you about transitive and transitive verbs, and then we can move forward. Okay. So I hope you have understood whatever we have done today, right? We have done verb and then we have done subject verb agreement. Okay. Now, by evening, I'll send you the link of this recording, and you can share this recording with whosoever was unable to join this session.